Good evening. I am Dr. Sangeeta Kulkarni. Today I will discuss about some of the silent features of valence bond theory. This theory tells us the formation of hybrid orbitals from the vacant d orbitals of the metal ion, vacant orbitals of the metal atom or the ion to form the same number of hybrid orbitals. Each ligand has at least one orbital containing lone pair of electrons. The vacant hybrid orbitals of metal ion combine with the ligand orbital to form a coordination bond. This coordination bond is stronger if the overlapping between the orbitals is greater. The vacant orbitals of metal atom or ion undergoes triple hybridization to yield a set of equivalent hybrid orbitals of the definite geometry. Depending upon the type of hybridization, it is able to predict the geometry for the complexes. So, geometrical shape depends upon the hybridization state of the metal. If the hybridization is sp, then the complex is expected to have a linear geometry. These are the examples. If it is sp2, then trigonal planar. If it is sp3, then tetrahedral. If it is dsp2, then square planar. If dsp3, then trigonal bipyramidal. These are the specific examples for these specific molecular geometry. If n minus d orbitals are used for hybridization, then the complexes are called as inner orbital complex. If nd orbitals are used, then they are called as outer orbital complexes. Inner orbital complexes are also called as low spin or spin paired complexes. Outer orbital complexes are also called as high spin or spin free complexes. If you take the example of nickel tetrachloro complex, then the outer configuration of nickel tells there are two unpaired electrons which are present in the 3d orbitals. So there are totally 4 chloroligands will donate 8 electrons. So these 8 electrons, they don't have any space to occupy on the 3d orbital. So for that sake, there is a formation of 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals from 1,4s and 3,4p orbitals to form equivalent 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. In these hybrid orbitals, the 4 pairs of electrons will occupy their position in these orbitals. Since there are 2 unpaired electrons, the complexes seem to be paramagnetic. Since the outermost orbitals are used, so it is called as outer orbital complex. So it comes under high spin or spin free complex. Similarly, if you compare with nickel tetracyano complex, then due to the influence of cyanoligand, the pairing of the 3d unpaired electron takes place, leading to one vacant d orbit. This 1d, 1,4s and 2 4p orbitals, they combine to form 4 equal dsp2 hybrid orbitals. In these 4 sp2 dsp2 hybrid orbitals, these 8 electrons donated by the cyanoligands, they take their place. This is how the predicted geometry for this complex is a square planar complex. Since there are no unpaired electrons, this is seen to be diamagnetic. And since the inner orbital is used for the hybrid orbital, then this is called as inner orbital complex. So this also can be called as low spin complexes. Since the cyanide ligand is a strong ligand, it forces the electron to pair up. The drawbacks of valence bond theory: it did not explain the color of the coordination compound. It does not explain the magnetic behavior based on the geometry. It did not explain why some complexes are inner and outer orbital complexes even though same metal in the same oxidation state. It fails to predict the exact geometry of the complexes with the same coordination number. Thank you, one and all.